How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are revisiting the INT hybrid trio with a little challenge here against the Bio Broly. The INT hybrid trio has returned on the Majin Vegeta Saiyan Day banner. He is coinable now. And there's a lot of talk about them not being as good as they should be, or maybe even hear some people calling them mid. Now I'm here to show you that that ain't the case. If you spend your coins on this, this is what you're getting out of here. So, lucky us, we have the future duo there to tank slot 1 Bio Broly. Had a really bad starting rotation here, but we made it work, right? We will lose out on a little bit of build of the Gohan there, but that's okay. Better for him to tank that super attack there. That's the good thing about them, is they can tank slot 1, turn 1, and then next turn we just revive. They're a great option for the hybrids team, even if it does mean cutting down some of the benefits of using full youth with the hybrids, right? The revive plays out a lot better for you. So we are running full, yeah, we are pretty much running them to meet their full conditions, right? So a lot more on that Gohan than I was hoping for. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're gonna have to bank on some dodges here on this rotation. So we will put the AGL Trunks and Goten in front here. We have a 70% chance to dodge in slot 1, so we're gonna bank on that. We're gonna put them in slot 1. Now, if this were turn 1, Gohan actually can tank Bio Broly Super on turn 1. Turn 2, not as much. So we are gonna have to rely on the dodge here. And excellent. We don't proc the high chance for the extra 100% on the Goten and Trunks, but that's okay. This turn, we're not too concerned about getting the extra damage. It'll be next turn when we do the active skill. But as you can see here, right, full youth, honestly, now isn't that bad, right? Now that we have things like INT, Saiyan Saga Gohan, Tech Pan, and AGL Dead Zone Gohan. Well, he's not from Dead Zone, but that filler arc, right? AGL Youth Gohan, right? There's just a lot more options for his team now that make him a really good option. And the main reason you want these youth hybrids is for the Goten and Trunks side of things. Gohan just needs 2 hybrid Saiyans to function effectively. But we're like, so for this run, you know, we're gonna mostly focus on. Yeah, you can see we take a little bit of damage there from Bio Broly's normals. That was 200k we took. Yeah, so I mean, turn 2 Bio Broly is a little rough for them on this rotation here, but it'll be okay. Right, he's not gonna die. That's the thing. Excellent, and actually the friend gets the dodge there. Perfect. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna put INT Gohan in slot 1. I'm gonna bank on a dodge, since he does build up dodge when attacking, right? After getting hit. And I'm hoping we can get the dodge, the super, and at least get some stacks on him, because he does stack attack. We do get it. Excellent. Perfect. So now we can actually stack up some attacks. That'll be really helpful in the end here. And then, you know, we'll just let Gohan here revive after taking that hit from Bio Broly. This is perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better setup here. All right, we get an additional super. Now on the next turn, excellent. So we'll revive here, and then on the next turn, we'll get the we'll be able to use the first of the Goten and Trunks' actives. That'll be the main focus for this one. So the focus on this team is using Goten and Trunks against Bio Broly. And what we'll do is we'll do a second run here with Gohan on another team where we focus on using Gohan. Excellent. And then now we explode. But now we get to watch one of my favorite animations.
Trunks, you're humanity's last hope.
Gohan!
Alrighty, excellent. So now that that's out of the way, we revive into the next rotation here. And now, oh, we even get that extra defense because we fell below the threshold. So we'll go ahead and use that for the extra defense. Not like it's going to matter, but it will help AGL Gohan, right? It's not going to help anybody else on this rotation because they just need to dodge. There we go. And then we'll use their active. We're going to get the crit. Yes, we get the crit. Perfect. Now, the trick here is going to be getting the crit when they attack. Hopefully we can. We did get one stack off the Gohan, which hopefully is enough. Do they need rainbow orbs? No, they don't. Okay, we just need any orbs. All right, since we have a full super class, we have 3 or more youth. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. Let's grab that. And then I guess take that with Gohan. Yeah. All right, now we have auto dodge on the Goten and Trunks this turn. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. And then there goes that super, which we're going to dodge once more. Yes. And while he did heal up our active skill damage, we got 84 million here on the Brats. Now, it would be a little higher if we didn't have the future Gohan and Trunks here, but like I said, that revive is very handy come Bio Broly. And we didn't crit either. There we go. We get another super, 57 mil. So not bad on this one. Our next one's going to be a little more powerful. Ooh, 100 mil on the AGL Gohan, Goten and Trunks. So we did get the extra high chance of 100%. Excellent. No crit, though. Oh, wow. They double-digit tanked it. I did not expect that. I guess that's what AGL Gohan support does for does for a unit. There we go. One more. And okay. We got 3 actives here, so this is going to be awesome. So let's use that one. Crit, crit, crit. Yes, we get the crit. Perfect. Let's see here. All right, and then so I'm gonna swap in a Gohan just so I can get the better links here. There we go. All right, and then we'll use AGL Gohan. And actually, I just realized he's the only bottom master and disciple on this. No, we have 2 bottom masters. Actually, no, we're fine. Yeah, we actually have his condition. We have 2 bottom master and disciples because we have the other AGL Gohan too. Okay, so let's do... Yeah, okay, I think this is going to be the play here. So, I guess it doesn't really make a difference. There we go. All right, so we'll get that with the Brats here in slot 1. We'll grab that. And then we'll send off our Saiyan Saga Gohan. There we go. And again, auto dodge. There we go. 90 million. Yeah, so we would actually be over 100 mil with them if we didn't bring the future Gohan, which we could have gotten away with. But for our other youth, we would have had to bring maybe Gotenks for some dodge, right? It's just the way Bio Broly is structured. There aren't too many craziness units that can tank under Bio Broly. But I mean, seeing here is like they're still doing pretty good. Like we are in complete control of this fight here against Bio Broly. A little bit less damage than we would like to see out of them, but it's also because of the way we need to play the fight, and it's working, right? So that's why I don't understand why it's like a lot of the things you'll hear about them is like, well, you got to play to their conditions, otherwise they're mid. And I was like, well, yeah, but they work. I don't understand what the complaint is. And even here, right, we're not meeting their full conditions, right? We have 1 less youth unit on the team, and while it did drop us below 100 mil for the active skill turn, right, it's still, like, we're still doing pretty good. There we go, we get 1 more with our Trunks, and looks like Gohan's gonna clean it up then. Okay. There we go, 70 mil with the Gohan, nice. And hopefully we get a crit here. No, okay, that crit would have done it. Okay, but we do get an extra attack here, and the normal should do the trick. Yes, it does. Excellent. All right, so there you have it. There is the INT Hybrid Trio against one of the hardest fights in the game currently. As you guys are watching this video, right, the red zone redos are gone. Jiren is gone. So pretty much Cell Max and Bio Broly is what we have to assess units with then, right? They're handling Bio Broly just fine. So we're actually going to pause here and we're going to come back and we're going to load into Bio Broly once more, but with a different team. So you can see a focus on Gohan, just to kind of prove the point here that it doesn't matter whether you run full hybrids or you're using him as just a little battery on other teams. He is quite useful. So let's go ahead and flip over there. All right, so we are loaded here with the Daima Forku's team. This is actually a really nice team that I like running him on because there's a lot of support heading his way. I mean, just in the team in general, it's a really fun team to run. So what I'm actually gonna do here, I'm gonna put Goma in slot 1. You see that Gohan is on the other rotation there. We do not have a second hybrid to proc his active skill. You need at least 2, and that's okay, right? As you can see here, so nice. We get the SCR orbs with our Goku here. Right, you're gonna see without me. So I intentionally didn't bring the second hybrid, so we wouldn't be meeting his full conditions, right? Just so you can see that it honestly does not matter. There we go. All right, we get an additional super. So, all right. The other thing I love about this is like compared to the youth team, while the youth team does have a lot of support throwing through it, the demonic power team has a lot more, and it does a lot better at keeping units alive. Excellent. All right, we get an additional super with Gohan. Now, hopefully, we have enough support here on this rotation that Gohan can live the normals here. Yep, double digits. That's what we like to see. And we get an EX super with our Goku. Diamond Goku really helps bring this team together for Gohan and for everyone, really, just because the big damage numbers he's going to be doing, especially as we float him on the next rotation and prepare for that active skill turn. Excellent. And we do tank the normals. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put Piccolo here in slot 1. He should be able to dodge, hopefully, if we don't mess that up. We'll keep Gohan on just to prove a point. We'll grab that. And then we'll send off Tech Miniku. We do get the dodge. Excellent. We do get the second dodge. Excellent. We do get the third dodge. Excellent. And then now Piccolo gets to super. Not that he's doing a whole lot of damage. His main thing is dodge and support. And one more. There we go. So 47 mil. We kick off here with the Gohan. And I actually am curious to see how much he does take here on a non-youth team. We did get our Rainbow Orb. There's a significantly more support flowing his direction. Plus, we got Diamond Goku super last turn. So I'm honestly kind of curious to see how this goes. All right. There we go. Point proven. Point proven. He takes no damage. Significantly better here on this team. So you don't have to meet his conditions. You just gotta have him on a decent team with some decent support. And get his rainbow orbs, and he will be fine. All right, next. So we're gonna go ahead and proc that Goma giant form here. All right, let's do the active skill. All right, then we get a nice little safe turn here. There we go, 78. Wow, that's actually a lot. All right. I guess we'll grab that. We'll take that. And then we'll save those. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because we're coming through Giant Farm. I was going to say we save the SDR orbs for Goku, but it actually doesn't matter. Excellent. All right, and then there goes the attack. So I'm not anticipating doing a whole lot of damage here with the active skill. Additional super. Beautiful. All right, so not really liking the orb setup or the attack placement here because we can't get the extra attack with Goma. Ah, okay. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll take that. Yeah, okay, let's do that. There we go. That felt nice. We'll grab that, and we grab that with Gohan. Perfect. So this should put us in a position where we can set up the active skills for next turn and be done with this fight, right? On Goku's active skill turn, he'll do more than enough damage to pretty much take down most of Broly's HP, and then as long as we survive the turn, we'll have 2 Tech Diamond Gokus on the next rotation for their double active skills. So we could have left the other Tech Diamond Goku on the next rotation. We had 2 Daima actives on the upcoming rotation, but we didn't want that because we needed to keep Gohan on for this. There we go. Look at that. We get the dodge. We get the dodge. All right. And now Gohan should be able to double-digit tank here. Excellent. And last super. Double-digit tank. Excellent. And here we go. The turn we're waiting for. So let's use Diamond Goku's active. Beautiful. All right, so we could do one of 2 things. We could switch into Trunks and Gohan, but we won't have their full dodge, or Trunks and Goten rather. So I don't know that I want to do that. So I think we'll keep the plan here. There we go. And we'll get that. And so hopefully we can live the normals there from Bio Broly. Or actually, we should probably kill, right? Gohan should be able to kill, but let's see. There we go. Get the dodge. Piccolo, get us a super there. There it is. Perfect. And now we get the EX Super 140 million. Nice. Gotta love it. All right, additional super. Oh no, why did it have to be a normal? All right, but we do get the second additional super there on, well, with the hidden potential proc. Oh, you know what? I guess this is good because now we get to see Gohan do an attack. There we go. He lives. And 58 million. Nice. That's pretty good. Oh, not enough to kill, but we do get the additional super. Okay, nice. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. We get Gohan to kill here. Excellent. And there you have it, folks. There is the INT hybrid trio Gohan against Bio Broly on 2 variations of teams. And that's really what I wanted to show here is that, yes, you know, he's going to work really well if you play to his if you play to his skill, if you play to his conditions, they're going to work really well. Imagine that, right? A unit who has conditions, if you play them, they work. It's almost like they intended for you to do that. But of course, we ran him on Tech Mini Goku's team here to prove that you also don't need it that badly. He can still function without it, right? We could have swapped one of these units out for another Hybrid Saiyan and been able to use his active skill here, and it wouldn't have altered the flow of the fight all that much, but we would have been in a little bit better position, all right? Because had we not have killed, he definitely would have died in that last rotation. But we knew we would. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you guys think of INT Gohan and his return? Did you guys pick up the trio? Have you tested them out? What setups do you like running them? Personally, I don't mind the use setup. I think it's rather fun. A lot of dodge characters for sure, but the payoff is very rewarding when you get it. But let us know what setups you like for the Gohan in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching and aloha.